It's a great joy to see you right here because it's been a long time, really. I think it's almost, what, 8, 9, 10 years almost? You first met as your father was regaling us with the story of Cornell, that beautiful campus in upstate New York where you first met. It's been about 7 years since the two of you have been dating all this time. About a year and a half ago, a little over a year and a half, on a cold winter day, about 5 miles from here, right out of Montauk by the lighthouse on the bluffs there. That's where they got engaged together too.
Brett has been the friend of ours who has always had it together. He's been the one we've gone to advice for. He's been the one we ask for help when things go wrong. And no matter what shenanigans the rest of the gentlemen at this table might get into, Brett was the one who was cool, calm, and collected. And one night, walking home from one of his old favorite bars in New York called Rudy's, Brett starts talking about Katelyn. And as he goes on, he's not cool, he's not calm, and he sure as hell not collected. And it was absolutely amazing to watch. Because the first time in our long friendship, Brett was completely on tilt. He was shook, and it was amazing to watch him be so far out of his depth as he started talking about this wonderful woman, Katelyn.
The number one question I get a lot is, what is it like working with your family? And here is always my answer. I wouldn't have it any other way. You see, the truth is I couldn't do anything that I do without Cate. She's my sanity, my confidant, and my rock. When we were little kids, Cate would play a joke on me and she'd tell me that I had a long-lost brother. And she'd say, yeah, Chris, you'll meet him one day. And, I think that she was simply preparing me for this day. And a lot of people think of a wedding as a day when we become a family. But for me, Brett has been my family for a very long time. I can't wait to continue making memories with you guys. I love you both, and always remember how lucky are we.
So our story begins about 6.5 years ago, when Cate and I were on our first vacation together in Grand Cayman. It was the summer of 2011, and we had been dating for 1 year. So Katelyn and I are walking along the shops of Grand Cayman when a lady calls over to us to come over to her stand to take a look at her bracelets. And she points us to these ankle bracelets that she said were lucky bracelets, and if you make a wish, when the bracelet falls off, it will come true. So the opportunity to get a trinket souvenir and a wish was too much for me to pass up. We purchased our ankle bracelets, put them on, and made our wishes. I generally have a history of wishing for short-term things, but for some reason that day I was in it for the long haul. We had been dating for 1 year. Cate was the most amazing person I'd ever met, and I was in love. So I put on that bracelet and wished that one day we would be married. Somehow, for literally the last 6.5 years, this cheap little yarn bracelet has been hanging onto my ankle by a thread. So, to kick our marriage off, and for the rest of our life together, I'd like to propose a toast for everyone to raise their glass, and for someone to come up and bring me a pair of scissors, so I can finally let this guy retire because its job is done.
It's my great joy to introduce this very first kiss as husband and wife, Brett and Katelyn. Mr. and Mrs. Kelly, you may kiss the bride.